It actually is pretty easy. So there's a really big difference between when you have to multiply and when you have to add. The word and, or the word or. If you want more than one thing to happen, it's your and. You multiply. That's what we did yesterday, or last week. You wanted 4 of a kind and another car. You wanted 2 aces and 3 kings. Remember how we just kept multiplying? You didn't even realize you were doing it, but that's what you were doing. You're multiplying those things together. When you're adding them, you're going to see the word or. You want 3 aces, or you want 3 kings. Things like that's how that's going to work itself. We will see more of this or as we get into more of the probability stuff, which won't be tomorrow now because we have to do Pascal stuff, but that will be on Wednesday when we actually really start talking about probabilities of how all of the gambling comes into play. Not that I would ever condone it, because it's bad. So, real easy example. This one's in the textbook here. Restaurant serves omelets that can be ordered with any of the ingredients shown. So you can get an omelet with green peppers, red peppers, onions, mushrooms, tomatoes, cheese, or with meat, ham, bacon, sausage, or steak. Steak omelet. Delicious. Suppose you want exactly 2 vegetarian ingredients and 1 meat ingredient in your omelet. How many different omelets can you order? Well, how many veggie choices are there? How many do you want? 2. So here's how that works. You have 6 veggies. Does the order in which you pick your vegetables matter? Onions can go on first, and then you put peppers, or you put peppers on, and then mushrooms. I really dislike mushrooms, just so you know. My wife loves them. She mixes them in, puts them in stuff.
It depends on what you eat them.
I know, just the texture is just
I feel the same way about tomatoes.
What's that?
I like tomatoes.
Oh, really?
Tomatoes
I don't like cheese either, so that's the only weird thing. So, but that's okay.
Yeah, you take the cheese off the pizza.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, so we have 6 veggies. We're choosing 2. The word and means we're going to multiply meat, so we have 4. Choose 1. Now, we've done this in the calculators already. It's not very difficult to pop it through.
I can't drink this. I can't drink like straight. I drink like chocolate milk.
There are 60 different omelets you can make. Exciting.
Yeah, why did we always talk about food this early in the morning?
You know, it's just very easy stuff to pick.
Because it's a food's one question.
It is. It's convenient. And then later on, when 12th hour hits, it's like brunch. All good.
You know what?
Eyes are so watery from out that wind with all the dust and stuff. It's awful. Allergies are the worst ever.
Why
Okay.
do you not like tomatoes?
Now, different. Suppose you can afford at most 3 ingredients in your omelet. How many different types of omelets can you order? At most. What does that mean? At most 3 ingredients. I could have no ingredients. I could have 1 ingredient, 2 ingredient, or 3 ingredients. So the word at most. Which means I can pick 3, 2, 1, or just have a boring egg. Because isn't that choosing nothing? Choosing no ingredients, you're just having eggs?
Why would you just order scrambled eggs that way? It's probably cheaper.
I don't know, but it's an option, right? Maybe you like your eggs as an omelet, so they're scrambled and not just cut up, but you liked it in the omelet shape. Am I right?
I mean, I guess. But if you're already like struggling to afford something, what do you just want the cheaper option?
It's true, but what if you like a fried egg that's not diced up?
Tell them not to dice it up.
That's what you're doing. It's a non-lit. Because there's nothing in the omelet, so it's a non-lit. I just made up a word!
I really hate scrambled eggs.
So 6, choose 3. Oh, sorry, yeah, there was 10 of them. Yep, thank you. There was 10 ingredients total. Sorry, I was just thinking vegetables. So you can do something like that and just add them all together. Obviously, when you're dealing with a calculator, it's not that bad. It's just pressing buttons and going through there. Okay. So you can get your non-lit. You can get your omelet with bacon, omelet with sausage, your omelet with peppers, or peppers and bacon, peppers, bacon, and cheese. But no more than that, because you only have $4.50.
Egg. No, I had one.
Well,
This place for an omelet is $3.
I don't know. Remember, this is also the same textbook that had the person with the brick phone. Remember the picture I showed you guys? The girl had a brick phone? Oh yeah,
And
she.
then we were talking about it like being in the summer.
Yeah. See, he was actually paying attention.
And I'm
Yeah.
I'm absolutely most of the time.
Wait, there's
Now-
only 176 ways.
Yeah.
There's season tickets for theater?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. My in-laws have season tickets to Lincolnshire Marriott Theater, where they every couple of months they go to a different play, and they go out to dinner and they go to a play or something like that. So let's say you have dinner theater, and
That was so bad.
there are.
Yes.
You want to go?
No. I do. You're asking Brayden on a date? That's what I'm hearing.
What? You guys got springs?
Now here's the reason why you would
Why
only
would you buy season tickets if you're only going to drink?
because you can sell them.
Okay.
So let's say there's a market for play tickets, but you want to go to at least 3 of them, so that way you can, if you sell a couple of them, you make your money back, whatever. So this is the kind of things that people did with Cubs tickets for the longest time. And then when they stunk for those 5 or 6 years when they're tanking right before they got back in the playoffs 2 years ago, that's when, you know, season ticket holders were begging people to buy tickets. Back in the early or late 90s, early 2000s, I signed up for the Cubs season ticket waiting list, thinking, you know, I was number 40,000 something in line to get season tickets. Never thought they would ever call my name. About 4 years ago, ring, ring, ring. Hey, you're next on the list for season tickets. You want them? Here I'm like, I'm going out here. I got kids. Like, no. Had I done that, I would have sold a lot, made a lot of money.
Why did you say no?
I didn't have money. They're expensive. They wanted a lot of money up front.
Yeah.
No. So let's say at least 3, which means what's the fewest number of plays that you're going to go to?
3.
What's the most number you're gonna go to? 12. So the different plays that you can choose from, all the different select the combinations of plays that you could see then would wind up being, 12 C3, 12 C4, 12 C5, plus 12 12. Okay. What happens here is that you can just add up all of them, which is fine because you have a calculator and it's not that big of a deal. Now, if you think about it, what are your two options for going to a play? You're gonna go or you're not gonna go, right?
We can go for half.
Well, you still win.
Did you really go to that play?
So isn't choosing to go to a play or not going to a play, isn't that just what's that called? A word. Yes, it's called a word. I forgot what it's called. It's either yes or no. There's only two choices. Or no. Well, if there's only two choices, yes or no, how many of those choices do you have to make? 12 of them. So one of the ways you could do this is you could add up all of these, or if you think about it, that's how many choices you'd have to make. Yes or no choices. 2 to the 12th power is all your yes or no's for all the different things you can go to. Right?
I have different answers for those things.
What's that?
You have different answers for those.
Well, I know there's different because when you take all of your combinations and adding them up, you're starting at 3, so you have to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You have to add up 10 combinations, or take 2 to the 12th, which is all the decisions, and subtract what you're not going to do. 12C0, 12C1, and 12C2. What I'm saying here is that these are the possibilities that you're of the ones that you're not going to wind up doing versus adding them all together. You're using, it's kind of like using a complement. You guys remember what those were? Really easy thing about it, and I'll put it in terms of probability. Because what's the probability of rolling a 3 on a 6-sided die? The probability of rolling a 3 is 1 out of 6. What's the probability of not rolling a 3? 5 out of 6. These two are what you call complementary to one another. You add their probabilities together, you get the whole thing. The event occurred. There are 2 to the 12 possible ways this event can occur with all your decisions. So what you're doing is you're using the complement of backing out some of the others. It's just a little bit quicker math. Does it matter which one you choose? Really, in all honesty, as you're doing some of these things, this was more towards when people didn't have the buttons on the calculators, to be honest with you, because you could calculate 12C0, 12C1, 12C2 quickly, because that's just factorial stuff, all right? That was,
It's
12,
4,017.
so that's 1, it's all. How much is it?
4,017.
4,017. And you get the same answer for both. Okay. It's using the idea of what's called a complement. We use it a lot with probabilities because sometimes it's easier to calculate the event not occurring than it is occurring. Okay. I'm stopping there because I would like to go through all the rest of this stuff, but I have to talk all about playing cards and do all that other happy stuff with 12th hour today and do this, so I don't want to be off sequence. So you guys get free time. Well, it's time, but I wouldn't say it's free.
You're gonna
What's that? Okay. So let's see here. This is on 7/13. This is still. I was up to know if we go 150. do those.